Alright, so I was in the mood of making this video of, my honest thoughts and opinions about the campaign. Sorry if my voice sounds a little weird or anything. Just recently, coming up with a sore throat. I don't know if I still have it for the time being. Took some medicines of like, night and day quills. Just boy, was not really helpful with yesterday playing games. It's like, nope, I'm fucking tired, won't sleep. Didn't even bother watching the ball dropping, you know. Other than woke up enough time to hear the fireworks going off or the ball dropping. But anyways, uh, back to making the video. But yeah, so my honest thoughts about the campaign side of overall of Halo Infinite. It's actually pretty good. It's one of the better campaigns actually that 343 has done. The first game, Halo 4, that was also a good, campaign, as we had a continuation of Chief, after the events of Halo 3, which I always wonder what happened to Chief, after Halo 3 and that little, if you ever did Legendary ending, well, yeah, if you didn't do the Legendary ending, you see the Chief survived. If you did do Legendary ending, you see him drifting off the planet, Requiem. But, 4 was also pretty good with its campaign. I wish they kept a lot of things in that campaign, like classical style. But then, of course, we got 5 being the shittiest campaign out of all because it's all over the place. Infinite kind of takes a step back from 5. 5's direction, even though it continues after the events of 5. And actually, the ring that we're on in Infinite is actually the same ring from Halo 5's legendary ending. Even though we can't see the frickin' planet on the side of it for some weird reason. Don't know why. But otherwise, campaign though, it's pretty good. Love the story. I'm actually doing like 4 playthroughs now. I wanted to do my legendary playthrough on stream, which I need to get a component, replaced in my computer, be at the minimum spec. Which I should probably have more likely by, who knows, maybe sometime this month, if not definitely next month, because I really want to get that swapped out, really want to have everything all minimal in there, so then I can live stream, my playthrough and chit chat with you guys and gals, otherwise, like I said again, the campaign's pretty good. I love the story. I actually use a lot of weapons in the campaign that I don't normally use in PvP, actually in PvE, and they somehow work out really well for me. And not only that, some of the bosses are pretty fun to fight, to be honest. Then there's some that are a real pain in the ass. Otherwise, I wish there was like more wildlife, and hell, at times I wish there was snow biomes, if you look at the Rocky Mountains from very, very far distance, it makes it look like if it's a snow mountain, and then you get up closer, it's like, oh, it's all rock. But there's so many good things in this campaign that I like so many callbacks to, hell, there's like certain dialogues that actually gives you a callback to like Reach. Like Mission 2 gave you a callback to June's line that the pilots say, there's more coming. You really pissed them off back there. Where June's line and Reach would say, incoming. Looks like you really pissed them off. They're both a little bit similar, just that they're slightly different. But it's still like a callback to, Reach. And this campaign, like I said, probably the 5th time saying it, I lost count now. It's pretty good. I love the exploration. I know a lot of people that plays Halo probably don't like doing an exploration. Honestly, I prefer it. It's pretty fun, and I really like exploring the ring. It'd be nice if we gotten more areas to explore, because I still want to know how the fuck do we get the 3 items that states that it's unlocked in the campaign, yet we haven't seen any places yet so far. Show, or nor has anybody is either A, try to look in the files itself to see where they are at in the campaign to actually let people know, like, hey, this is where it is, which those are
the two stances, Act of Genesis and Requiem Revengeance. Now here's the thing. Somebody posted a video about these two things. People were saying they got the pose, it worked. I was automatic watching this guy's video, and honestly, my opinion was it was so stupid. It wasn't really telling me how to get the whatever stance he was covering. I think it was the Requiem Revenge, and I stated, "Yo, you're not really explaining how to get us. How are we supposed to get this?" Basically, he's like, "Oh, like rewatch like." He kept saying like rewatch like 4 times. Like, you're not explaining it. Either explain it in text or explain it in the video. Because it was so stupid. Me and some friends are actually trying to get all the multiplayer stuff that states it's unlockable at the campaign. And the third item that we don't have unlocked yet at the campaign is the hell is it called? Was it the Infinity Weapon Charm? Yeah, it's the Infinity Weapon Charm. Where it actually shows like the Infinity ship. But, oh well, hopefully somebody actually finds it eventually and lets people know. Because I would really like to know. Because there's so many places that they could have hidden it to be really secret. Because they've done it before with the skull. The last skull in the very final mission. And what else? Now, things I'm neutral with. It's like I was neutral with the whole thing being, semi-open world or however, because it was like ODST. It didn't bother me. I liked it, and I've played Far Cry, so I was familiar with like, hey, do side stuff first. Because if you do side stuff first, you can bring in reinforcements with you. Even though it's still good, it has a good fluid game. Now I have encountered a glitch or a bug. It has to be more likely a glitch because I could go back. Because I went back to that same location, which was Ransom Keep, and I was able to go through where you're supposed to be able to take the Scorpion out. But here's the thing: I had it glitched apparently to where I couldn't do that at all. I was like, "What the hell? That's weird." I like the day and night cycle. Be nice if the day and night cycle were cycle a little bit more, frequently, like maybe every 15 minutes. Every 30 minutes felt like a little too long, but oh well, it didn't bother me. What else? Alright, I'm gonna switch over to the negativity side because I already expressed a lot of my. Oh wait, and also one of my other cool things I actually liked was that I was really grateful that they kept the Halo 2 scenario of where our guns would show that we have in our hands. Whole lot better, and big nod to Halo 2. That's one of my favorite features they've done so far, and which I feel like every campaign lacked that. Because it was always ridiculous. Why would you put us on a pre-rendered cutscene of holding an AR? Which when we had, like, I'm gonna say Reach for example, like the one nighttime mission at the end cutscene, like I might be holding a DMR, but then when I get into a pre-rendered cutscene, it's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna make you hold an AR. Like, that's kind of stupid. Should have let us hold the DMR or whatever weapons we had on us. That's what every Halo game should have done instead of going with pre-rendered, automatically putting the weapons in your hands. Should have automatically did what Infinite did, inspired by Halo 2. Of classic, not anniversary, classic. And, but anyways, to the negative side. Now, the downside is I don't like was, well, I ain't gonna complain about wildlife because I can see that being added in over time. The negativity is that I didn't like the fact was I could not go back into the campaign areas, like like conservatory, or like going back to depths. of when you before you stepped on, Zeta Halo surface. Um, basically the mission locked areas. And not only that, even the big downside is like you couldn't go onto Eshram's island and to explore the islands around it. That kind of sucked, and I did not like that at all. Period. And I would automatically say this, especially to Chris Lee. I don't think Chris Lee's working at 343 no more. But I'm gonna say this anyways. Why are you gonna say if you can see it, you can go to it? That's also meaning if it's also on the map. So if I see this whole chunk of land and it's actually on the map and it's not outside the border circle, we should have been able to have access to go there, regardless, so we could explore. I wanted to explore all that stuff over there, see what was over there, and maybe, who knows, might could have found the secret, stuff, maybe. Who knows? That's a wild, long shot guess because nobody has found it yet. And, what else? Oh, yeah, my biggest downside of the campaign set, it's not story, it's with exploration. When you go to save this, I'm gonna throw a good example. There was this group of Marines on the very first island region. After you do Outpost Harmonious, all the way down the bottom of the map. You go to rescue them. There's a Razorback, right? Now, I saw 2 ways to get out, though I wanted to look cool like a badass motherfucker, Dixie it. And as soon as I jumped it, now I knew for a fact I had enough momentum, and if you're all gonna tell me, oh yeah, the vehicle can't stay like that for long and go straight down, in Halo universe wise, I'm like, dead wrong. You guys never jumped the Warthog Den a lot, because I had enough momentum to where I would clear this gap. And somehow there was a barrier preventing me. And here's the funny thing. This is all on Island 1. And this gap was on Island 1 as well, connecting it to the next section of Island 1. It was nowhere near Island 2. And there was a big barrier there, and it prevented me from fully jumping it. And then not only that, so I decided I wanted to go Spider-Manning around. Grapple shotting in that whole middle section, just to get back, to the area, whatever. No, there was like a freaking barrier right there as well, preventing me. So I had to literally go back to land and start running right through, which was so stupid. So I'm like, I can't be cool, can't automatically jump this type of gap unless it's on actual land, or this and that. But it's stupid. Only the aircraft has a free pass, but ground vehicles or even just grapple shotting around don't, which is ridiculous. But oh well. Another downside is I hate the fact the Marines can't hop on either the Scorpion tank's threads, and they can't hop on the Wraith's turret. I dislike that. They can't do that. But otherwise, I don't really have a big hate for the game. I do have small hates for the game. But, oh yeah, and another thing I hate is, I hate the fact is every time I start a new playthrough, the lockers ain't getting counted as being collected. Because I collect them all my first playthrough, and it's ridiculous. Now, what else is there? Now, I wish that this is a wild throw, but I hope that in the future we can actually use our customizations, have options to use customization items so they can show up in cutscenes. Like how they did MCC on Halo CE and 3. They did that before. I wish Halo 2 had that type of options and such. But oh well. But honestly, this campaign is still great, and I love it. And a lot of people's already and there's like I don't know how many people's complaining saying this campaign's so garbage and shit. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you're gonna say this campaign is so garbage and so shit, go look at Halo 5. Halo 5 was complete shit, to be honest. To where Halo 5 was just all over the place on its story. And not only that, we had very little missions as Chief. Now, if they did it like in 5, to where they would have done it like, half and half, and then do the story all over the place, like take inspiration by Halo 2, since they done that, it would have been fine. But they didn't do that, so that's why that story went up terrible. Even though, yes, there's a lot of cool things you could find in Halo 5's campaign, that 343 really did well on, but, the story itself was just so garbage, and it was just all over the place. Now, I don't know why people want us to call this game garbage. It's probably people who never played Halo at all. And yeah. And oh yeah, and also I will be making a video comparing, like probably doing a whole talk about between multiplayer and campaign together. So I believe I'm gonna do that. I don't really know. I do know I have a video I'm gonna be kind of making of, it's a nice good project. I'm gonna keep a little secret, other than I'll give you a little hint. It's referring to every Halo. So yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and yeah, and feel free to let me know what you think about the campaign, and what do you think of the story. As I honestly have high hopes that we will get free DLCs, whether people agrees with the microtransaction store or not. As I will say this really quick, it's a little controversy for everyone to say this, that a lot of the store items is overpriced in Infinite Store. I honestly say it's not overpriced. It's literally very reasonable. Yeah, it's not even over 2,000. So I think I'll say that for a different type of video. Alright, anyways, if y'all liked the video and enjoyed it, please, comment, like, whatever. Feel free to share your thoughts. Alright, bye.